Hey, what's up guys, welcome to the channel. My name is Miro and in today's video I'm gonna be showing my latest pickups and unboxings from Prague Expo. And then I'm gonna also talk about a little bit of my experience of being here as a spider keeper for 18 months right now. I lived in Los Angeles for about 25 years and in the United States for almost 30, and then I moved back to Czech Republic. And now I've been here for about 18 months, and so I just want to talk about a little bit my experiences and tell you what is like the main difference between the United States and Europe.
But you know the funniest thing about Europe is?
What?
It's the little differences.
But first, let me show you unboxing of this beautiful Sparsidae from Cameroon. Right now I'm calling it Oleo species Cameroon because this is the closest I was able to find their ID, and they are gorgeous. Check out this really cool huntsman from Cameroon that I got yesterday at the Expo. I'm hoping to get an egg sac. Okay, let's put her in this really big enclosure that I got for her because I got something smaller stuff, but I kind of figure, you know, she's probably not gonna be around for too long, so give her something cool, something big, and yeah, I'm excited.
I'm excited.
You know, if it was like maybe just even like a year ago, I would really nudge her out and I would be like super eager to take some pictures, but lately I'm just kind of like more into the hobby of spider keeping than the macro. And I do hope I'll get a picture of her, of course. But you know, now that I'm seeing it, she's almost like perfectly positioned for a picture. Gosh, super patient. Wow. Wow. Okay, I need to get my camera. But just wow. So what is really cool about this Oleo species Cameroon is, and also Oleo species what they call painted, because I kept those in when I lived in Los Angeles, is that they actually create these sacs out of leaves, and they wrap leaves kind of almost like I would wrap a cigar, and they hide in it. And this one already did it, and it only took her like a day or two. Another cool thing about them is they are actually pretty active. My Oleo species painted that I kept in Los Angeles was actually pretty active hunter. Like they would actually wander around, you know, and like look for a prey, and she's the same way. She's pretty thick right now, so I'm hoping that I'm gonna get an egg sac. That would be really amazing because I would really love to keep this species in a hobby. They're really pretty, and I really believe that people would enjoy them as much as they enjoy bowies, you know, or lunulas or any of these species, even though they're tiny bit smaller, but the colors just make up for their size. Okay, first thing that I want to talk about is a major difference between United States and Europe is variety. And you guys might be like, all right, Miro, you showed us one cool huntsman that you just got. What about another
Example?
Imports here, I feel like are a little bit more exciting. For such a small country that only has around 10 to 11 million people, we have several importers that come to these expos, and they almost always have something new or fresh. I usually don't go for wild-caught spiders. I already talked about it a million times on this channel, but I'm just gonna say it again, unless I think I can get something out of it, like a breeding project or something like that. And that does happen here pretty often. So the imports are really good here. What you're watching, guys, is this black and golden huntsman spider that came from Asia, and unfortunately I got a male because it was really kind of hard to see when they were packed if it's a male or a female, so it's kind of unfortunate. So I'll be looking for a female for him, but that's one of those rare spiders that I got. I'm also going to show you another one. I already talked about it a little bit in my last video, but I got these card-wheeling spiders, and they are basically huntsmen from Morocco, and when they are in danger they start doing cartwheels and they try to get away from the potential predator or wasp. Okay, so let's check out the unboxing of Latrodectus minabodi, which is a large black widow from Madagascar, and I only paid about $10 for her, and it's a juvie female. And after the unboxing I'm gonna talk a little bit about like breeding and prices and the main difference in Czech and in US. Next one to rehouse is gonna be my Latrodectus minabodi, and that's the biggest black widow in the world. This one is obviously a sling. Look how cool she looks, huh, with the red. This is what I built for her. So I think she's gonna be pretty happy there. I put some little, you know, there's a sand in there. No particular reason outside of that they create these, at least the widows that I've kept so far, create these like, they would hang like these curtains from like leaves and sand and stuff like that. So the sand makes it look pretty cool. And I choose a white background kind of there. So if I'm, you know, recording her, she should stick out a little bit more. So hopefully she enjoys it. Okay, we're gonna let her out. Let's see if she wants to come out. If not, I'll just do what I always do. I'll just let her come out on her own. Very, very pretty. There's a video of this guy who is an adult female on YouTube, and he's like poking it and trying to get it on his hand. You're not gonna see it here. Let's see if she wants to come out, if I kinda... Nah, I'm not gonna torture her. She'll come out on her own. Everybody adjusted nicely except for the widow. She's like, I'm never gonna leave this house. This is so cool. She spent her whole life there. There's like 3 or 4 moths, so I'm gonna see if I can get her out. Oh, she already started webbing up. But we don't want the wild to be part of the webbing. Look how passive this spider is. Come on, girl. Come on, girl. There you go. There you go. Go and explore, please. This is your real home, your forever home. You know this, you know, she's webbing up the vial in there, and I don't want it to be like that. I didn't build this gorgeous masterpiece of enclosure for her to keep the vial in there. My next pickup was gonna show some real dangers of going to the Expo in Prague. To those of you who keep tarantulas, I don't need to introduce this next pickup. You see, she's a little ditzy running around. That's my little P Metallica. The problem with the Expos in Prague is they serve you beer. This is how I ended up with this girl, just chatting with the seller, who's a really nice guy. I bought Byrupes from him and my first Metallica, and I was just like, oh, let me just have another one, you know, because why not, you know? So yeah, that is the problem, a little bit.
I love you, Dad. Love you too, Princess. I love both of you equally.
Another thing here is there's a lot more keepers for the population. So the, you know, like the percentage of keepers here is much higher than it would be in the United States. And a lot of people like to breed here and trade spiders too. So because the market is a little bit smaller, people like, when I bred some spiders here, I would immediately hit up some of my friends and be like, hey, do you want any of those? And I would just give it to them and just basically get rid of like half of the sack that way. And you create really cool relationships. So when I go to these expos right now, you know, I've been only here for like a year and a half, but it's already like, hey man, hey, it's good to see you. I have some friends who work there, you know, who have a table there. So it's really always like a very exciting time of month. So guys, don't be afraid to breed in the United States. Some videos like make it like it's like a science. It's not really, okay? Just don't be afraid of doing it. Just go for it, okay? Make sure your females mature, make sure your males mature, make sure they're same species. Make sure like it's good if they have different bloodlines, and just go for it, okay? No big deal. Don't worry about it. It's not gonna work out. A lot of times it's not gonna work out. If it does work out, some of them are gonna die. You know, it's rare that you end up getting stuck with a lot of spiders. So don't worry about it. You will also keep prices down. So that's another thing that I want to talk about. The prices here in Czech Republic are much lower. I would say they are maybe a quarter, maybe even less of the prices that I was paying in the United States. And that's if you get decent deals, because there's also like big sellers who, they have a little bit higher prices, but they usually have a huge variety. So when I go to these guys, I already know like that's something very specific that I want, and I'm willing to pay a little bit higher price. But because of the breeding, people keep prices lower. I know people in Czech Republic make less money than people in the United States. I looked it up. In the United States, the average income, and you know, average income, whatever, right? We all know how it works. It's not really, you know, it's not how much really people make, because there's a lot of rich people who keep the average high. But you know, let's just go by this. So the average income in the United States is 64,000. I would say it's less, and in Czech Republic it's like 2,300, I want to say, and I would say it's also like maybe a little bit less. So Czechs make make like 35% of what the Americans make, but the spiders are like a quarter of the price. So even here, you know, it feels like they're cheaper even considering the income. That's a lot of math. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope I wasn't too hard or too judgmental, but it's basically, I think it all comes down to that the hobby here in Europe has been much bigger when it comes to spiders for longer than in the United States, when it's kind of still new and fresh. So I think a lot of the things are gonna be changing in the United States as well. And I am hoping that one of them is gonna be a lot of more people are gonna breed, and I also hope that a lot more people are gonna keep spiders. Alright guys, I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you soon. Ciao.